on the left-hand side. I'm going to open a new project, and we're going to call it the Learning Accelerator. Okay. And you're going to create the project. So here we are. Everybody with me so far? And for those of you that are just want to watch, feel free to just watch. You can watch the video and do this on your own. For those of you that want to be hands-on, I'm going to go at a pace that I think everybody can keep up with. Okay. If you've downloaded the files already, then you're just going to click on Add Files. And just like everything else we add files to, it's going to go on our computer. It's going to go looking for those files. Okay. I am A2A. Learning Accelerator. And I'm just going to choose, I'm going to choose all of them that you have as resources. I'm going to upload them into the chat. Now, I will tell you, personally, I don't have any experience in chat doing this same project, although many of the people that I've done this with do. So it should act very similarly, and it's done. We now have that built. Now, the only difference is, and I want to share this with you, over in Claude, I'm going to click there because I know some of you are going to end up adapting to Claude. I'm going to go back over to projects, over here in the sidebar. I'm in projects. And I'm going to go back into the Learning Accelerator. And the only difference is the resources that I added are here, but there's one change that you would do here. This one actually has a spot for the custom instructions, the job description. So you will do a job description in a different spot in Claude, where over in GPTs, where we just were. So the difference in chat is all of the resources, even the job description, all end up in there. Now notice, I want to point out a couple of things. Even though I misspelled the word custom, apparently I live in another country because custom has an E on the end of it. For those of you that didn't notice, I did misspell that. Okay, so it just proves anybody can do this. So the custom instructions go right in with the prompts. Okay. But notice, for future reference, you're going to want to put the word prompt in the front of it. So you know with a quick glance, when you save your document and you name your document, or when you put it over in Claude, which is over here, if you notice, I'm going to close the custom instructions. If you notice, even though in here it's just text, I didn't have to upload documents in Claude. It is just text, copy and paste it in here. That's what I love about Claude. I do not need the extra step of saving it to a document, saving that document someplace in my computer or in Google. I can just copy and paste when I'm done. So here's what that looks like. I can have the prompt made with help over in chat. I can copy and paste the prompt right into Claude, and vice versa. Does that make, I can make it in Claude, I can post it right here in Claude. I don't have to upload a document. That's a game changer for steps when you're uploading 40 documents, guys. I just want you to know that, okay? So I'm back in chat. I'm right there with you. Who's following along with me? Who's doing this exercise? Anybody? Everybody? Not? Okay, cool. So you got it all in? Okay. Next step is test it. If you've got it all in, now keep in mind, because we're in a project, every single one of these will be a conversation. So unlike, and this is the other thing I like about Claude, when I come over to Claude, you can see all of my conversations for the different books that I've done down the bottom. Over here in chat, the only way you're going to know what it is if you name it. So I do who, not how, at the top. And I leave a couple of spaces, then I ask my question, so that when it saves it in this row of conversations, then I can automatically see what book it was that I was working on. Hey, can you go ahead and run the read a book in 10 minutes prompt on the book Who, Not How, and let's talk about that today? And I'll show you what that looks like here in just a moment. So it is going to go through the similar process of introducing me to the book, pulling out the 10 core concepts of the book, and really giving me something rather than reading a thick book, unless I want to, and that is a good book. I would recommend reading all of it. It's going to pull out the concepts. It's going to familiarize me with it, and then it's going to ask me at the end, as you saw in one of the prompts, it's an action plan. So we're going to converse about this. It's going to ask me why I wanted to know about this book, what's my purpose. It's going to go through this quite a bit. What I like about it is when I hop out of this conversation back over to the Learning Accelerator, is because I put who, not how, I will automatically know, let's move from insight to application. What's the one area of life or business we're shifting from how to who would make the biggest difference right now? And this is where we have that conversation. Yep. Well, I will tell you, I am struggling because I am a control freak, and I just struggle letting go of things. To be completely honest with you, I've got a very very capable staff that could take 50% of what I do, but I just don't think they'll do it as good as I will. Is my problem, and I know. If someone does it 75% as good as I did, it's 100% better than me doing it. I totally get it. So, could you please help me come up with an action plan to let go of these items? Let's discuss it. So this is where we're just going to have that conversation, go back and forth, and it's going to guide me and come up with an action plan on how to find some who's and don't worry about how. Right? Cool. So I'm gonna now I will also limit this, which I didn't just do, and say, hey, let's come up with two things at a time. Let's discuss them rather than it writing a book that requires me 30 minutes to reply to. I'm short attention span guy. Who can relate to that? I know a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs, man. I don't want to spend 30 minutes on this unless I've carved out that time. But it wasn't that long. It was 6. So when I hop out of this chat, I'm just going to click on new chat, and I'm going to come back over to the Learning Accelerator, and you can see the name of this is bold and easy to find. So with a glance, it mimics what I got going on over here in Claude, where I can easily see the conversations. Does that make sense? Yes? That's the key to chat projects. I'm using a lot of chat projects right now because, quite honestly, it's where my business plan is. It's where my team plan is. It's where I can share things with Elizabeth and we can collaborate on things. Chin, who's my remote team member, her and I can collaborate on financials and things going on with the apartments. All of that is easily done within that business plan. So I've learned quite a few tricks of how to use this really, really well.
As Rob said, if someone else can do it 75% as well as you, that's 100% better than you're doing it. Stop being the bottleneck in your own systems. Ready to let go of control and finally scale your business? Click the link below to sign up today.